And just like that, it's another Friday night at the Indie Escape Network presents an evening with some cast and crew of Not for Nothing. Yes, I am a little rusty. Hold on a second. I got to take that down now, don't I? I used to be an expert at this, man. Doing it for over a decade and everything. And yeah.
I'm just sitting idly by and watching. I'm just enjoying it.
Let's get some light on the situation. JW, how the hell you doing, my brother?
I'm good. I'm excited. I think I got to meet Frank once. Frank Tartaglia, the guy who has done this movie with him. And I'm very excited to talk about this movie that's getting a wider layout now in streaming. It got a big release date out in California. So just super excited to find out about the finished product, talk to some of the people, and get a heads up on this gritty South Philly crime movie. As you know, Joe, I am from Pennsylvania, so
I'm sorry.
I want all the dish. I want all the good goss.
You know how it goes. I'm from New York, so
I can't help you haven't had a quality pork sandwich.
A pork sandwich?
Yeah, it's a Philly
I thought they were
thing.
known for Philly cheesesteaks.
They are known for Philly cheesesteaks, but there is a market in Philly where you can get a pork sandwich that's
like a pork roll, egg, and cheese. Is that what you're talking about?
Like a pork sandwich.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if it's the first time you're tuning in, please check us out at our socials. And there they are: Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. I forget what the A thing is. Yeah, Threads, IMDb, and Instagram. We're really trying to get some upticks on TikTok. And what else we got?
TikTok has eluded us because we're an older podcaster network.
So who are you calling old?
I'm sorry, mister. I had to change my Bose headphones early. Let's run the trailer and get these guys in.
Excuse me. Unlike you, I know how to do housekeeping.
That's why I hate it. Let's get to it, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, I got to change that time. Generation Movies starting back up in January. Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern. I got to change that. And then we have
Big Rob Reiner thing coming up. Big Rob Reiner thing coming up in January.
And we have Loud and Nerdy Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern, starting back up in January. Again, we got the rest of the year off, and also Symbolistic Cynicism with Gabe. So now I'm going to play the trailer. Thank you, boss. I just have to find it now. Yep, Rusty, man. Here we go.
I take it you're not from Philly.
I mean, I'm not really from anywhere anymore. You guys like all in the mafia?
There's no mafia anymore.
I guess that means you don't have my money?
Drugs ruined it.
Thought you said we were taking a break from that for a while.
Yeah, Oxy.
I just don't enjoy stealing.
I got that tank for you. The only experience you have is getting drunk at karaoke and singing love songs to Butch.
If it makes you happy, that's how it works.
Nicole's dead.
She'll deed.
Drugs, man. That's why. Every day.
She died somewhere else and your body was dumped in that lot. It's under investigation.
Tommy rocks on. He's not going to the cops because he's scared.
We'll find out. Cops are not going to do anything.
I knew she was hiding something from me.
I think I know what happened to that girl the other day.
Something's off.
What's Nicole dead, huh?
We got to do something.
I gotta finish this thing.
You were with Nicole last night? This was never about drugs, Mikey.
Why does this keep happening?
They call him Bobby Boss. He's the coke guy.
Whoa, that's Johnny Bombs.
What's your connection to him, John? This guy's detected by the Italians.
We're talking organized crime.
But Bobby can't be touched.
The hard part is when you're looking at him. Can you pull the trigger? That's what this is all about. This is what men do. Men fight.
You're greedy. If this thing goes any further, there's nothing I could do that'll help these kids.
Is that a threat, Dino?
Yeah, we're gonna straighten everything out. The guy started a war.
The whole world is in a big hurry to die.
How awesome was that?
Amazing. Really cool.
I wonder if they know my friend Frankie the Forearm from New York. And my grandfather was a stonemason.
Stop it. Just bring the people in. Let's go.
Well, it's true. My grandfather was a stonemason, and his last name was Alaperti. So, anyway.
I don't talk about the Masons, Joe. We move on. Joe.
Good evening, Ken. Great to have you with us. Hello there. All right, I'm going to start bringing people up. I'm going to start with Brandon E. Brooks. For those of you that don't recall, Brandon actually had a show on our network for quite some time, and it was very, very popular. You can still find it on our YouTube channel. There's a whole section of his shows for about
Some
a
would
year,
argue
I think.
he's the first made man of the Indie Escape Network.
I would tend to agree.
First made
Absolutely.
man. There's going to be a lot of mob talk tonight, so bear with us.
Without further ado, Mr. Brandon E. Brooks.
Hey, guys.
Hey, good evening, sir. Good to see you.
Thank you for welcoming back to the fold, guys. I appreciate it.
Our pleasure. Great to see you.
Appreciate it. It's been too long. We did this before a few years back, and I appreciated that, and appreciate you guys bringing us on now that we're streaming on a lot of platforms, and we're gonna have some fun tonight. I just want to say something really quick. I appreciate my old family at the Indie Escape Network again, like I said, for bringing me back in the fold. I wasn't sure if I was going to do this tonight because I just suffered some loss last week, my youngest brother. But I just wanted to be here for my Not For Nothing family tonight. So thank you.
Sorry about
Absolutely.
your loss, brother. We're thinking of you.
I'm going to bring everybody up, and then we're going to do a round table kind of thing, and everybody's going to introduce themselves. So bear with me. Oh, don't hit remove, hit add. Come on, you amateur.
Sad watching it.
All right. I think that's everybody. As of right now, let's see, 8 people.
Hey, say here if you're not here.
Yeah,
Here.
What's up, guys?
So Brandon,
What's
do you
up,
want to
guys?
do some introductions, or you want JW to do them?
I can give some introductions real quick. We got Mike Bash here. He plays Mikey in the movie. There we got Mike Gambino. That's Butchie out from the West Coast. We got Danny Donnelly, who plays Dirty Pete in the house. We got Nick Manciano, who's Dino house, and Fearless co-director, co-writer, and a lot of other hats. Tim Dallin in the house. So thank you guys for coming. We also have a couple more people. I believe Pete Patricios and Michael McFadden will be joining us tonight.
Hell yeah.
Amazing.
It's very much a sausage fest tonight, boys.
Yeah.
But it's okay. So let me ask you, Tim, you're the co-director, co-writer.
Yeah.
I gotta ask, like, if people are looking at Not For Nothing as a movie, what kind of movie are you aspiring to be? What are the movies that you watched as a younger filmmaker that said, I want to make this kind of movie, and I think I can do it with my Philly folks and get it going?
Oh, that's a great question. So many answers for that.
I try to be prepared, Tim.
Yeah. First of all, hello everyone. Thank you for having us. Thanks, Brandon, for helping put this together. I mean, there's kind of the way you phrase that question. I have two answers. One is like the movies that inspired me when I was younger, just to be a filmmaker in general. And then there's another list of movies that sort of inspired Frank and I to make this movie in particular. We're Scorsese fans who grew up on Goodfellas. That's a big one. But more specifically to this film, Not For Nothing, is a modern Mean Streets.
Mean Streets is what I was going to ask you. That's
Absolutely. That was a big one, especially for Frank, but we really kept coming back to it. And there's a lot of parallels, a lot to draw on there. So I recommend anyone who hasn't seen it, if you haven't seen Mean Street in a while and you haven't seen Not For Nothing, that's a great back-to-back double feature right there. And I'd love to hear any feedback for anyone who actually does that and watches Mean Streets, Not For Nothing back to back.
Mean Streets is more of a messy Scorsese. Scorsese, as he got more money and more backing or whatever, his movies got less messy and more focused, and he's able to do all the camera tricks. And Mean Streets is kind of like a messy,
a little bit more raw, unrefined.
Dogs, a little bit more fun.
Yeah.
A little
Yeah.
bit off the beaten path, right?
Yep. And there's so many others. I'm sure I'm gonna forget a bunch. Mystic River, even though it's a Boston film, has a lot of things that we drew on. This movie kind of has compartments. So like Mystic River really speaks to like a father daughter loss, like old neighborhood, old guys from the old hood. There's a lot there. And then there's the whole Mean Streets part. There's a lot of different parts of this movie. Rocky One is such an iconic Philadelphia independent film before Stallone turned into Stallone the movie star, and Rockies and Rambos just kept coming out. But like Rocky One was a true indie. They made it for cheap. It was not a Hollywood film at that time, and there's heart and soul and grit in Rocky One that resonates with me still to this day, and that's some of that got sprinkled in. I could go on and on. I mean, there's
No,
things
but
about
that's a great that is a
yeah.
spectacular. I mean, because that's part of when you're watching this trailer or you get to see the movie. Which, by the way, available on Fandango at home right now. Also available on Amazon Prime
Yep.
for anybody who's interested. It is very much like knowing the corner bar in Philly. Like
Mm-hmm.
every corner in Philly has a bar, and every corner Philly bar has a certain set of people that are in it.
Yep.
Right? You know what I mean? And I think that's the vibe you're throwing off. Let's bring in Mike. Let me ask a question to you. You're coming in. You're leading this. First off, you're wearing a Phillies hat.
Put the
That's fine.
I've been changing them.
Jesus.
Do you think everyone thinks I'm from Philly because of this?
No, it's the giant
working.
P on your head. Jesus.
Bro, Frank and I talked about this hat so many times. We ended up doing this because we were like, we just can't.
So like this is a hometown effort. This is like
Yes.
friends that get together and make a movie. Is there something inside of you where you go, now that it's coming out, now that everybody gets to see it, what are you most proud of?
The ensemble, the way, and not just the actors, but the crew and everybody who came together, the family, the team, everybody who donated, everybody who came out, donated their time, donated money, but donated their time mostly. Everyone who came out. When I watched this, because I've seen it, I don't know, probably like 10 times. I just see family up there, and I feel like I've seen a lot of these types of films, and you can just tell it's just like, okay, we took this actor and we took this actor and we put them together, and they said some mob lines and so on and so forth, right? But this was family. And I was a new part of this family. A lot of these guys, Danny, Brandon, Nick, everybody, they all knew each other and they all played together for years, and so
Is
they
that
welcomed me.
stress? Wait, is that stressful coming into an ensemble that's already kind of?
It wasn't because Tim and Frank and I had connected two years before,
Mhm.
maybe
Yeah.
2 years before, and so when it all happened, it was like I felt really good about coming out there, and I felt really welcomed. And then Danny, especially, and Gambino over there, we bonded. We bonded so quickly. And then you have other people like Nick. I'm always just gonna remember when we were sitting at the bar and I was talking to you, and you were just kind of like, why is this kid talking? But like immediately everybody just like accepted me into the mold of Philly, into South Philly, and the Tartaglias especially. Oh my God! Like shout out Connie, shout out Joe.
Yeah. Joe and I, Brandon, with you, we got to interview him before he passed, and I think it was a real fun interview because I was doing a lot of movie questions for him, just like movies he loved, and I think he had a Spielberg thing on his wall, and him and I bonded over that immediately, and he was the kind of personality you could just kind of like you were gravitating towards, kind of like
100%.
in my circles, right? Where like it's a force of nature kind of thing.
Yeah.
With regards to
Can I pose
again.
Can I pose a question, JW, real quick?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
I just wanted to let everybody know that Mike Gambino has to leave a little bit early from the podcast, and this is his first one with us about the movie.
Mike, go.
So I just wanted to pose. I just wanted to pose a question to Butchie. Can you talk about some of your great moments during your thoughts about Frankie?
Hey, Brandon.
You there, Mike?
Yeah, you cut out the second half of what you were saying.
Oh, I just
Best
said that. Can you talk a little bit about some of your highlights from the film and your thoughts of working with Frank?
Oh yeah, man, for sure. Kind of piggybacking off what Mike Bash said, like it did feel like in a very short time, after a couple of days, like I'm with my family just in a different city. You know what I mean? And Frankie, rest in peace. He had reached out to me. We were friends through like this old app called Vine. If anyone remembers that.
Remember that.
New one for me.
And from that, he just reached out to me. I'm going to send you something. I'd like you to read it. And I read it and sent it back, and we talked a lot, and I felt taken care of with that guy, and he really, really like showed a lot of love when we got to the airport. Remember, Mike, I think you were with me.
Yeah, was it?
Yeah, the sign and everything. He showed us around and working with him and everyone that's on this podcast is just absolutely phenomenal. But some of the things that like really stick out to me, aside from actually shooting the film, more so like the moments between the shots, the building of camaraderie, the just eating lunch upstairs from the bar and chopping up, you know what I mean?
Did you have one of these pork sandwiches I just heard about?
I don't think I did. No, I had way too many.
Am I lying about this, Tim?
No, it's Denick's. No. Denick's roast pork on a long roll. No, it's the roast pork and
one of the more incredible Philly sandwiches.
Yeah.
Listen, guys. I could teach you all about the food in South Philly. Just go to my food. Just go to my food channel.
He's the one. Don't even take it from me. Take it from Nick.
Nicky
What's
Lance
your food
food
channel?
reviews. Nicky Lance food reviews.
Nicky Lance food review. Okay, I don't know if you can tell, but I like food, so that's good.
Me too.
I got you.
Me three.
A lot. Me four if you count me twice.
So wait a minute. How many of you guys are actually from Philly or the surrounding area?
I'm born and raised in South Philly.
Yep.
There you go.
Poor Richmond.
The kid with the 7 Philly hats is definitely from Philly.
I'm from New York.
Baseball, football.
Frank gave me so many hats. I got 3. These are the 3 I wore in the film.
That's just so you don't get killed in Philly. Because you're from New York.
He was trying to help. Yeah.
I was trying to help.
It would have been better if you wore a Giants hat through it, but whatever.
Stop it, please. I'm a Raiders fan. It's painful. Moving on. So let me ask you a question, because we do a show called Generation Movie on the Indie Escape Network, and one of the things that Rich and my co-host and I have been noticing is the movies that we really love, the older movies we really love, have these intense 3 or 4 week kind of like script reviews and people working through and reading. Did you guys do any kind of like, you're talking about the lunches and the camaraderie backstage? Does anybody have any stories of like really working on scenes or kind of like working through scenes and progressing through the script?
Butch, you and we would sit at that bar and just try to figure it all out and just play different, like you're a master at improv, especially as Butchie. And you would play so many different lines to Pete or to Lauren or whoever, right? And I just remember like sitting there, and then Frank would come up with his ideas, and we would be like, cool, let's try that, and let's try this. Again, family. Like, it was just like figuring it out.
Yeah, no, for sure. That was the most fun, was riffing when, and that was what was so great about Tim and Frankie. They allowed room for that. There's a lot of trust put into us as the characters. we'd get the shots that we needed, of course, what's on the page, but there was always a little room for some improv and some trying out a new way, whatever it was.
Well, we shot 2 movies.
I mean, that's all. That's
4
normal.
hours?
I mean,
Wasn't the first cut like almost 4 hours?
That's also normal. That's also normal. It was only 3 hours the first cut. Three and change.
We'll fix it in post.
It was Avatar length. It's fine. We're allowed. Directors are allowed to do that. Danny, nobody's talked to you. You haven't said a word. I'm going to ask a question now.
I'm just listening.
You're like, I'm just staying out of it. I don't want to let anybody know I did anything or anything happened. With a character named Dirty Pete, do you come in with how do you make somebody that's named Dirty Pete into somebody that's watchable or likable or anything?
It's talking to the directors. I mean, they know the character before I get to know the character. So just picking their brains. And Frankie telling me, like, I believe Dirty Pete's a real person. I didn't meet him, but it's based on a real guy, I'm guessing, from what Frankie told me. And it was he just got the name because he basically sold fucking skunk weed. Like, that was his whole thing. So that's why it's called Dirty Pete. But the more so, it was the interesting background that they developed for Pete. Like, he is a vet. He served his country. He suffered from some PTSD issues, and there's some stuff going on underneath. That's why he's so quiet, but it's kind of like having that weight of it. And then that's why Mikey and Butchie rely on him near the end to be like that third guy in their plan to take out Bobby. So that's so it was. Yeah, there's a lot.
There's still no excuse for skunk weed.
no, that's why they give it back to him. I think he's only a drug dealer.
I feel it's a universal character, Tim, in the sense that everybody has a Dirty Pete in their lives, right? Yeah. Everybody has the one guy.
We've got a Jerry Kimura in our lives also. Hold on a second. Let me get Jerry up here. Jerry's co-host of Loud and Nerdy. Jerry, how are you?
Yo, what's up?
Wow. Okay.
Just got back.
And what band are you from?
Icy conditions.
That hit like 1 million views.
Yeah, Jerry has a band.
Slapjaw.
Yeah, there you go. 1 million views on TikTok.
Yep, Slapjaw.
So,
nice.
He's one of those
he's
guys.
Trending.
He is always, he's always trending.
Doing something.
With regards to Frank's family had a very strong connection to the music scene in Philly, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so, Tim, is there something where you guys look at it and go, we want to? Again, I haven't seen the movie, so I'm just asking: are there bands or anything that are highlighted from the film that are local bands that you guys grew up with, or knew, or liked, or musicians that you guys knew?
Yeah, there is. It's music was a little complicated. The first go round, we put a lot of famous music in there that we liked, that spoke to us, and we used that at the festival run, and then we had to swap it all out and get it all cleared. And there's definitely some Discount Heroes, which is a band that Frank was in. So we used some Frankie's music in the first version, and the second version of soundtrack has a lot of Discount Hero. And then there's 2 local rappers that I like a lot that I used, OT The Real and A Rob. Both gave us a bunch of songs that really put a nice mix on it. And then we did end up licensing Louis Prima, Buenos Aires, Louis Prima. We licensed that, so that was our one big investment on the music side, and everything else was favors.
I know at least.
Yeah. It's an important.
It's amazing. Music is like always so expensive. Music.
Yes. It is.
We did a movie the other night on Gen Movie, and it was like the most expensive thing that was in the budget was the soundtrack. Like the movie
just get a couple of copies of Mob Hits and you're good.
Yeah. No, yeah, music is a whole thing, but yeah, music's a very important. And we had an original score from Matt Teacher, who's a Philadelphia composer that had produced Frank's album, the Discount Heroes album, and Frank brought him on, and he did a wonderful job with the score, and then help, with some song placement. So it's a mix of both song placements and score, and it's really important to the film, and I think it came out really strong.
Michael, and we want to make sure we get a couple more questions for you before you go, because we appreciate you coming in tonight. When you could so the movie seems like it breaks down into two things. Starts out as like a friend movie in like Philly, and then turns into like a men on a mission movie. Are
Mhm.
there men on a mission movies that you looked up to, that you thought about when you're like playing this character named Butchie, Michael?
Yeah, that's a great question.
I try. I don't. Brandon will tell you guys about me later.
No. I mean, aside from the obvious go-to gangster flicks, I mean, the film Brothers popped in my head quite a bit. You know,
Yeah.
in terms of like camaraderie and guys getting together and seeking out like their truth and justice for something that happened to their loved one. You know what I mean? Like, even the relationship that I have with Nick, actor Nick, even though I like pick on him and smash a thing over his head, like I always knew as Butchie, like if anybody else did that to him, we're going after him. Like only I can do that to him. Only I can pick on him. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know, the whole thing just felt like these are all the types of guys that I'm from Chicago originally, right? All these guys, the Butchies, the Dirty Pete's, the Mikeys, all these guys, they're all in Chicago too. They're in every neighborhood like this, just a different city, and I've been a part of certain things, not to the extent of this, but like situations similar growing up there. And I kind of brought that into Not for Nothing, But yeah, Brothers popped in my head a lot, and then all the go-to De Niro, Pesci films, you know what I mean?
Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to think of so. Let's talk about the process. How long was the shoot? Was there any particular days? Mike, Danny, Tim, were there 1 or 2 days that you guys had where you're like, this isn't going to work. How are we going to do this? And how do you get around that? And how do you find it? Because you're talking about making an indie film, and I think the biggest stop to making indie films are those days. So you guys are on the other end of it now. You have a completed independent film. Give me an idea of each of you. Why don't we do this? Each of you give me your worst day where you're like, I don't deserve to be here, or
Oh, that could be opening a can of worms.
No, I'm not saying it in a bad way, but like, because the whole thing of an independent movie is getting over that hump, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I love being on independent movie sets for 18, 19, 24, 26 hours.
We're just
Those
being
are
murdered
fun.
on the independent film sets. Some of these people are actually acting. So my thing is, like for Tim, like what was yours? You and Frank working together and like coming up against the immovable object, and then finding a way around the
Yeah.
immovable object.
Oh
And then for
man.
the actors, like give me a day where you're like, I don't deserve to be here. I shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Or I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
No,
I would love
that.
to hear.
You guys,
Yeah, I would love to hear from all you guys. I had a lot of rough days. I mean, Frank and I just willed this thing into existence, at every single phase. And once we were up and running and shooting, we had a ton of good going on. But almost every day, I would come to set and have to just figure it all out all over again, as if we had no plans. You know what I mean? Like it was just like it was really challenging. And yeah, I had some particularly rough moments. But well, I'll share one that's a little lighter. It's a little funnier, but like we did days and then transition into splits before transitioning fully into to nights, which was by design. Was like, start pushing the call time back noon. All right, we're going noon to midnight. All right, then maybe the next day it was 1 to 1, and then eventually 2 to 2, and then eventually 3 to 3, 4 to 4. So we'd come pick off a couple shots with daylight, and then go into nights. And then there was one time where we had gotten to like that sort of where we were supposed to be wrapping at 4 a.m. We were definitely in overtime. It was probably 5 a.m., maybe even 5:30 a.m. And it had been a long week. It was like the Friday night after like 5 days of these long nights. And I was in the middle of a scene. There was only one actor up doing the scene, and I was the only one up. Everyone else fell asleep on set. Like literally, the camera operator, the focus puller, everybody. I was like, I looked around, I checked this out. I was like, all right, I know I'm in overtime. I know I'm gonna get in trouble for being in overtime. I got to get everybody out of here so we can come back. But I'm almost done this scene, and everyone fell asleep. Like, so I like sort of like went over the camera guy who was like on the bar, passed out, and like press record. And like I started operating the camera myself. I woke up the focus puller, was like, yeah, check the focus. Woke up one person. I was like, if I'm waking up one person, this shot's gonna be in focus. And then me and the actor just looked at each other like, let's get this done so we can get everybody out of here. And I finished the
It's
scene like literally by
like-
myself with everyone asleep. I woke everyone up to send them home
It's
at
like
5:30 in the morning.
Bob, like all of a sudden, poppies.
What's one more hat to wear? I mean, come on.
That's
Now
an
every
incredible
time you
story.
watch it, you're laughing. Like, there it is. There's the spot.
That's a perfect.
Yeah.
Danny, what about you? Danny, you seem to be the funniest of the people on here. I'm not gonna lie. Your face going on. I don't want to laugh about shit and get beat up by the more serious people.
I mean, honestly, I love being on a set. I can be there for 18, 20. I don't care. I mean, I did construction for like 8 years. So being on a set for 18 hours, I'll take that any day being on a job site for 8. I mean,
Amen.
yeah, screw that. So no, I loved it. There was only one night I think I was there like super late. It was in the bar and I was like watching the news. I think it was you guys started a war line. I think it was like that
Oh,
scene.
yeah.
And I think there's some delays going on, so it took me forever just to get to that scene. I was there, I think, probably earlier than I should have been, like for call time, and things just went delayed, which happens. But I'm hanging around with a bunch of people that I really like, so no, I had a kick-ass time. It was. I mean, the hardest part was COVID, honestly. It was just make sure you don't get sick and make sure everyone else doesn't get sick. And
that's right. This was shot during COVID.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
My nasal passages were never so friggin' clear. Like as soon as you walked in, somebody jumped out of the closet, hit and starts sticking things, doing it to every day.
Oh, wait a
every
minute.
day.
It's not from Stinky Pete and the cocaine.
If you remember, well, if you guys.
That's
oh,
my
wait,
first
that
day.
picture, I think.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I look like a
December
chipmunk
12th,
in that
2020.
freaking. I look like a damn chipmunk in that
No,
photo.
it's very Beastie Boys.
Yeah,
so
Michael
Beastie
A.
Boys.
Let's see.
Oh, the
No
first day
Sweet
we
South
met.
Brooklyn. No Sweet
No
South
Sweet
South
South
Philly.
Gotta get my old man glasses.
Those early days of the COVID test, the funny thing there is, like, it felt like they were massaging your brain, like they were
Oh God.
pressing on like.
Yeah.
Oh my, yeah, when they had to go, yeah,
Oh
Ugh.
Jesus. What about you, Mike? You're one of the leads of this movie, right? So.
Yeah, no, I'll tell you this, and I still remember this. I got home to LA, and I got 28 days, I think, in general. Like, it was a long shoot. Coming back, going forward, like we went back a couple times. Yeah, so
back for
when we
Christmas.
finally, yeah, exactly, yeah. And when we finally got done, when I got home, went to bed, I woke up and it was so weird because I had been Mikey for like a whole month basically, and more even. But like I remember just laying there and being like, I don't know what to do. Like I've been on other shoots and I've had like 5 days or 7 days, whatever. That's nothing compared to a whole month spent with the character and then also the other characters with brilliant actors who embody it so well that you literally start to feel like you really are in the story. And shooting in Philly, South Philly, in Frank's neighborhood, Frank and Tim's neighborhood, and Brandon's neighborhood, There was one scene where we were outside and we were talking about the cold, and I remember thinking like, yeah, where do I go after this as Mikey? Like, where do Mikey and Frankie go after this? And so it got into my head so much that I loved being there, just like Danny said. But there were days where it was like I wouldn't know what else to do than to just be here and be with these folks. And like at the beginning, it was a little rough here and there. Frank and I had our little fisticuffs here and there, but I think that's the sign of a great director, a great writer, a great creator, is someone who fights so much for what they want, their vision. And so when I got back, Frank would text me all the time in the middle of the night with cuts and trailers and like a video that wouldn't make it into the thing, but he wanted to show me. And I was just, I don't know. I don't think I'll ever have an experience like that again. And so when I think back of like the hard times or whatever, it was all part of it. It all led to, if I was pissed at something or if I was confused about something or I was tired, it went into the work, it went into the character. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think we had a bad day in the sense where I was like, oh, I hate being here. It was more like, okay, how does this affect the story and how does this affect the creation of what Frank and Tim want? You know,
I actually
like you had
used
a Donnie Brasco moment.
yeah, I actually used one of the days that we were like shooting. It had to be like 4 a.m. We were at the bar, and it was that scene where I collapse.
Yeah,
and that was very easy to do.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Freaking exhausted, right? And I used all that to be drunk. I just used it and made myself drunk because I was going anyway. I was done. I had nothing left, but I didn't want to leave. I wanted to be there, just like Mike was saying. It was great. It was great. I think, but look, guys, I don't even think you guys even realize what we did. And I'm so proud of this film for this one reason, because I say this all the time. We made a movie that actually has iconic moments in them. Movies don't do that anymore. You go back to the 80s with all the great movies, there was always iconic moments that people still say today.
Yeah.
All the movies today lost that. They're not interesting. The characters and the way everybody played their characters and the iconic moments in the film made this so special, and it just proves over and over that you don't need billions of dollars and a gigantic crew to make a really good movie. It's just proof. And congratulations to everybody on the film, because the more I watch it, I'm like, you really start to feel and know the characters, even though I know the characters. But I'm saying when you're watching the movie, you just feel for them. You actually are drawn in, and it was just done very well for what we had. It was awesome.
Yeah, I just watched. Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say real quick. I just watched Stealing. What was Caught Stealing? That big. And I was watching and I was like, this can't compare to what we did. Because again, like I said, it's like you bring a bunch of actors in and you just give them the script and then they do what's on the page. And it was like, it's not alive. It's just not alive. It doesn't compare. Similar like grit that they wanted to go for, but they didn't get there.
Yeah.
And that's an attribute to.
What about you? What about you? Because you're the quiet one. You have your mic muted. What about you? Was there a moment where you were like, I don't know, we're gonna get there. I'm trying my hardest.
Who are you asking?
Michael.
Mike Gambino.
Before he leaves, I don't want him to leave before we've asked a couple questions. I don't want to waste his goddamn time. It's very serious.
Say that again. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Was there a moment for you where you're like, I don't know if we're gonna get there, or I don't know that I can get there?
No. Honestly, there was not. I was a little nervous when I first got there, first day or two, because like we're our worst critics is me to myself. I'm like, oh, they're gonna replace me. I'm out of this place, like, and then something just clicked. I don't know, but no, I never felt like, kind of like what Danny was saying. Like, I love the long days. You know,
Mm-hmm.
for me, they flew by. I made the mistake of buying some brand new black Doc Martens that I wore in a lot of the film. Those hurt a lot, especially when it's like 0 outside and they're brand new boots being broken in. So my feet were killing for like 50% of this shoot. But aside from that, and you can even use that pain and bring it into a character. Use all of it.
Yeah.
No, we just had so much fun, man, and like the camaraderie and the long days, and then seeing that it's done, the day's been accomplished. We got what we needed. Tim and Frankie got what they needed. Really, I went to sleep happy every night I was there. Really, aside from the first day or two, you're a little nervous. Everything's kind of new. You're in a new city, new people. And you got to start screaming and yelling and at people you don't know. You know what I mean? And then it's just a regular Tuesday.
Yeah, Mike. When we would meet in the hotel in the morning, you were the one who kept me like super positive, because like just talking to you every morning that's what I needed.
Yeah, morning coffee downstairs and go to work.
Yeah.
Mike, we know you have to run, and we know you're going to duck out. We appreciate you coming on, talking about this very important independent film and your part in it. And where can people find you, or what you're looking to do, or you have anything going on like a food review page we're going to talk about later more?
No food review pages for me. I have the palate of a 10-year-old. It's like
chicken nuggets.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Like Chicago deep dish pizza and pasta. You don't want me to review that food. If it's not that, I'm going to give it a bad review. Coming up, I'm really just working with my wife on a project that we've been putting together for a couple of years. This movie we're trying to do, and we got it out to some people that are showing a little bit of interest, so that's exciting. And aside from that, aside from the daily grind of auditions, doing a little stand-up again here and there, but nothing booked as of now. But my Instagram, I guess, is Real Gambino Show. A lot of family photos, nothing too exciting there either.
No, but I tell you what, when you and your wife get your movie off the ground, or if you want to come back on Indie Escape Network anytime, you are fully invited to come on, brother. We appreciate having you tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate the love, and Brandon, thanks for inviting me out for this. It's always good seeing these guys, man. Like, I feel like I was just, freezing my ass off in Philly last week. And,
thanks for coming on, Mike. Thanks for coming on, Gambino. Happy holidays to you and your family, man. I love you, brother. Thanks for playing Butchie.
Love you guys. Thanks for
good
chat soon.
I want to make sure we got him some questions before he had to leave.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, now we can finally relax.
Well, we weren't trying to.
What we really want.
Very intense. Like get the mic muted, like you want to fucking kill me.
That Gambino guy, let me tell you.
He's also a brilliant artist too. So there's a lot going on in that man's head all the time.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question, Tim. When you're making a movie of this nature, right? Do you find there's pressure to get everything right about your neighborhood? Because you and Frank grew up in Philly, right? South Philly.
Yeah.
Is there pressure on you guys to make sure? Because if you have somebody that's Dirty Pete and they go see the movie and they're like, what the fuck? I only had one skunk weed that one fucking time and you fucking nailed me for eternity. Is there pressure there?
Yeah, I think in a big picture way, definitely Frank and I felt like our ambition was to make a Philly classic, and someone said the other night, like, Philadelphia is a character in the film. And so we really made it as a tribute to our hometown. So yeah, I would that's my audience, that's my critic, that's everything. So if Philadelphia doesn't approve of it, then I failed, and I wanted to make something that Philadelphians.
They're such an easy audience, Tim.
Oh,
I
I
feel
know. Hey, I know
Philly.
my audience at least. But yeah, I wanted to be embraced by that. I mean, we are tough. We're the first ones to call it out. Like, if this thing was supposed to be Philly and was wrong, like, it would be known. Like, it would not. There's not something they're going to be polite about. Like, they would shred it in 2 seconds. So I wanted to make a movie that Philadelphians would be proud of and take ownership of, and be like, yeah, that's us. That's us. That's who we are. That's how we are, and also that outsiders could get a peek into our world. I wanted it to be equally entertaining for both audiences, but absolutely felt the pressure every day. Like, I got to do my city right. I can't get called out. I gotta do Philly right. Absolutely.
Hey, I got to do a quick shout out real fast. Thank you, Brian O'Halloran, for watching us on Instagram right now. We appreciate you tuning
Hey,
in.
Brian.
Brian.
Hey, Brian.
It wasn't even his day. He wasn't even supposed to be here.
Make sure you check out the O'Hallorant on Instagram and Facebook
Fantastic.
as well.
It's a fantastic, fun thing. So this is a love letter to Philly, right?
Yes.
And so when you're making a love letter to Philly, it's got to have that grit. It's got to have that. Is there a thing that you brought to the table where you're like, aside from your everyday life, what are you guys bringing to the table where you're like, this piece of grit from say Mike from New York, or Danny, where are you from? Where are you
I'm
Danny?
from Port Richmond, like a stone's throw from South Philly, another neighborhood.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm from Philly. Yeah.
Yeah, Philly. You're Philly. You're in.
We won't hold it against
Where's your hat?
Yeah, where's your hat?
Which one?
Because you're supposed to be put your hats on so we know where you are and who you are.
My bad.
Go Birds.
What did you? Oh God. You guys beat us.
Nobody can
I
see
think
my Eli Manning back here.
Just
or
so
any
we're
of the
clear,
team.
I've been to 2 Eagles Raiders games and I almost got murdered at both of them. It was fantastic.
Yeah, don't do it. Maybe stop doing that.
Never. I became a Raiders fan because they beat the Eagles. Anyway, you save it. Oh yeah. 1980s. There you go. So when you're doing that, is there a bit of grit? Like Danny, you were saying earlier that you were a construction worker. Is there things that you guys brought to the table that you brought in that Tim and Frank both kind of went, yes, use that? Oh, he's got his fucking hat. God damn it.
My wife was probably watching upstairs.
My wife's like, you fucking hat on.
Fucking go, bro.
Represent, damn
Sorry,
it.
what'd you say? Repeat
Sorry,
that question.
I can't hear you over my Super Bowl
Bowl
ring.
champion?
I'm almost embarrassed. I don't mind. This is embarrassing.
Oh God.
Go fuck yourself and boo Santa. Anyway,
Thank you,
I'll put
Amy.
it on backwards. Oh no, there's still something
there you go.
there. My bad.
Is there a bit of grit that you brought from your real life before you got into this role with Tim and Frank, Mike, Danny, Nick? What was the grit, the special sauce that you brought to the table for this movie? All three of you. Just answer it at your leisure. Because you're all wearing fucking hats now. Well, not all of you. Some of you. Nick's like, I'm not getting a hat. Fuck off.
I should start wearing a hat.
Nick, where did you get your grit from? Where do you get your grit from? Where is it? What's the secret sauce?
I lived here for 57 years. I knew the life, and I don't know. I mean, it's just experience from living here, really. No, and like I remember, and it's just little things too. Like I remember when Mike, one of the lines he said, I remember this, Mike. I think he said he's a fucking asshole.
Oh, asshole! No.
I said what? I said asshole. No. You gotta say asshole. Asshole. It's a big thing. But those little things, he said it too. He said, you watch the movie, he'll say, he says asshole. It's those little things that made it authentic.
Yeah.
The streets itself tell the story. Just the surroundings, and what I just brought the best way I could say this. and Tim and Frankie gave me freedom to develop my character, and to make sure it was authentic. It was like it's just a real, what you see is a real authentic South Philly guy. And I just took everything I've learned over the years and experienced, and just put it into my role in a natural way, so it's believable. I wasn't trying to be somebody else.
That's awesome. I got to show my street cred. So, Danny Donnelly, what's your whiz with? What's the whiz with you're bringing to the character?
So what did I bring to the cat? Well, I literally wore my work boots. So the boots I wore in the movie are from my construction boots.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they were broken in already.
They were broken in already. They weren't brand new. I wasn't in pain for 50% of the time. No, they're steel toed. They're broken in. They're very comfortable. I was fine. What Tim and Frankie wrote, the guys in the bar, like I grew up with that same kind of thing in Port Richmond. Like we had our Dommy Rocks, which was actually our guy. There was a guy named Dirty Dan. We used to call him Dirty Dan. A homeless guy, old vet, who would always pop into the barbershop, and everyone took care of him. You know, he was the guy everyone took care of, and everyone knew him. You know, he said hi to everyone. And then the camaraderie with all the guys. Like I grew up with the same 10 guys since like kindergarten, hanging at a playground, and you know, you can make fun of each other, like you can say the worst shit to each other, but if someone else said it, then there's a fight. So it's like, you know, you had that love, and that was in the script. Obviously, you saw it, ball breaking and stuff. That also happened on construction sites. Like you had thick skin, but there's a lot of loyalty. So.
Okay. What about you, Mike?
It's interesting because Mikey is not necessarily this gritty guy at the start. He kind of has moved on from his dad's situation. I feel like I'm similar. So I'm from Jersey, New York family that has had at times some rougher parts of its, existence. But for the most part, my generation, it was like, that's all in the past. And so it was something that I was able to tap into because I'm a nice guy. I mean, if we play this out, Mikey, if he doesn't do what he does in the film, probably goes to Villanova. He probably ends up getting out. He probably ends up, either moving to New York City or Chicago or, LA, something, right? He gets out. And so I didn't necessarily have to bring too much grit to it until the end, which honestly, by that time, it was just having been around these guys, having been around. Because I mean, Tim, can I tell the connected story?
No.
No? Okay, cool. Anyway.
Damn it, off air maybe?
Being around. It was being around.
I feel like I'm out of the loop now. Fuck.
Right?
It was being around people in Philly by the end of the film, being around people in Philly for so long that I was able to bring some of that in to the character and to the situation and the story. But the main thing is that I think the arc of Mikey, especially when it comes to how he works or how he evolves with Butch, how he evolves with Dirty Pete, is that you slowly start to see him breaking bad. I hate I said that, but you slowly start to see him giving into these darker environments and the darker
primal
worlds.
urges. Let's go primal
urges. Exactly.
Not Breaking Bad.
So yeah, so at the beginning, I didn't really have to bring that grit or anything, and I was actually it was fun to play with Lauren and to play with Danny and Butch with Gambino and Patricios. Oh my God, the conversations we would have just being around that guy, phenomenal fucking actor. Excuse me, phenomenal actor.
Pardon your French.
And just being around him, hearing the stories, and then and just Frank took me to get a haircut above Rick Rack the first day I got there, and he was just talking to a guy, and he was like, "So, how have you been?" I was just like, "What is happening right now?" So it was just being in that world constantly that helped.
Okay, so now that the film is hit, like you just had your LA premiere, Tim. we're getting to the point where it's out there, it's being seen. You know, you have streaming sites, you have Fandango at home, you have Amazon Prime. What is your hope for this movie? Like, what is the hope for the future of this movie? And what is your hope for, like, are you going to get the band back together at some point? I mean, you could drop an announcement on the show. It'd be incredible.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of an announcement, but we did, we played film festivals. We finally got distribution. It took a long time to deal with the music licensing, even to be able to be distributed. And then we just released 2 weeks ago, exactly December 5th. So we've been out for 2 weeks now on Amazon Prime, Fandango, and most cable VODs. We're definitely on Verizon, Fios, and I think Xfinity and a bunch of the other ones. So we're on all the VODs. Today, Friday the 19th, we just released on more, a couple ad-based ones. I think we're on Tubi. So that's exclusive breaking news. We are on Tubi as of today.
Oh, wow. Hell yeah, dude.
Unannounced.
That's
We're announcing it.
awesome.
Yeah. So big breaking news
Huge
announcement.
for indie people.
We do a segment on our show, Loud Nerdy. Jerry and I do a segment. It's Jerry's segment where he picks the oldest, craziest 80s horror films, and almost every single fucking one of them is on Tubi. So it is a great place to be. Hi, Joe.
Hi, what happened? That wasn't intentional at all. I heard a beep, and
I want to be on Tubi too, bitches.
Yeah, we're coming over.
It's like very three-dimensional of you. But yeah, Tubi
wait a minute.
is a.
I'm a professional.
You are. I agree. I don't know what the fuck just happened. I'm just.
Neither do I. There was something in my mouth. I had to spit it out. I thought I hit the camera button, but I didn't.
You did not. You did
I
not.
need a drink.
That would have been great.
We all need a drink. So let's go around. Before we've held you. We're right at about an hour for you boys. I don't want to hold anybody up in case you have to go places. You have people to get drunk with. I mean, you guys are Eagles fans, so there is cause for that. So what do you got going on, Mike? What are you working on? Let's bring them full camera so we can.
Oh,
where can people find your stuff? What are you doing?
Well, I just actually I missed the premiere because of this, which sucked. But I just shot episode of Law and Order SVU that'll be out next year. Which is cool. Film wise, I have one where I play a dad of a 19-year-old, so we'll see how that goes. I don't know how that's going to be, but that's a darker indie film about college and suicide. It's probably not one that people are going to watch like a ton of, but that's coming out. I don't know. I was lucky to have a couple. Earlier this year, I did an episode of FBI, so I'm on FBI. And then, yeah, I don't know. I'm working on a couple things here in the new year. I don't have anything super exciting other than that.
SVU is kind of exciting, Mike.
Yeah.
What's that?
SVU
Oh,
is
thanks,
kind
thanks,
of,
thanks. Yeah, no,
FBI, SVU.
Like,
yeah, no, it'll be cool. No, I'm just thinking, like, again,
Just
talking
another
about
day.
like with this coming out, that to me has honestly been the most exciting thing. Is like people are gonna finally get to see this.
Yeah,
'Cause
no.
we
I would say you guys, like, the one thing about this entire crew for the entire time I've known everybody with Brandon and Tim and Frank, everybody is excited about this movie, and it's a palpable kind of an excitement.
Mhm.
That is, you don't get a lot, you don't always get when we have people on a lot with talking about their independent films. You guys are genuinely excited. Everybody's happy to be here, and it's a good thing. It's Danny,
Yeah, I
what do you
think-
got?
Yeah,
you got
Danny.
working?
I was gonna say I'm excited for Danny's actually.
Well, Danny's going to be joining us again within the next month or so.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because
why is that, Danny?
Yeah, what do you got going on, Danny?
Yeah, Danny.
Yeah, Danny, what's happening?
Danny.
What are you shooting or?
So So I have a feature film as well. I directed that's out. My wife Amy Teresa wrote and stars in as well. I directed it. It's called Last Known Location. That's out now. It's been out. It came out at the end of last year, and it kind of blew up on Tubi and became really popular. And then was in the top 10 on Amazon Prime in the beginning of 2025. So
nice.
It did really well. So now we're trying to go off the momentum of that into our next feature film. Looking to shoot next year, possibly in New Jersey. Yeah, so that's, as a filmmaker, that's happening, and as an actor, I'm still just auditioning. Had a couple auditions just come in literally tonight, so I have to do one tomorrow. So some good things, but definitely focused on the next feature film, and just very excited that Not for Nothing is finally out. So I was kind of making Last Known Location around the same time this was happening with Not for Nothing. I was acting in Not for Nothing, so it's just, I feel like Tim and I were both going through it as also filmmakers, and it was just and it's very hard, very, very hard to make a film, an independent film, and I just really hope people appreciate the work that goes into filmmaking, and just the biggest support we can have is you guys checking out the film on all the platforms. Like, if you get a chance, just check it out. That's a huge support for us and for indie film. So
awesome.
Yeah,
we did see some comments from Amy Teresa. Happy to help. Someone's got to keep them in line. These are all. I feel like that woman's a saint.
She is. She's a brilliant actor and screenwriter and producer.
In the hour I've known Danny, I feel like that woman's a saint.
She's incredible.
Tim,
Wait, JW, can I say one thing about Danny's thing?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
just real quick. So I've seen this film 6 times. It is excellent. It is absolutely incredible. It does not look like the budget that they had. It doesn't look like they shot it for what they did. It looks beautiful. It's one of the better scripts you'll ever see in an indie film.
So and what's the name of the movie, Mike?
Last Known Location, baby.
On Tubi.
On Tubi. And it was number 7. He says top 10. It was number 7 on Amazon, which is insane, bro. That's like up there.
Danny's modest. Danny's modest there.
Yeah, Danny's modest.
Known as dope. Right?
We got to work on for you this year. I have nephews. I have young nephews, so it can't just be 7. It's got to be 6, 7. 6, 7. 6, 7.
Well, I appreciate the love, but be sure to go check out Not for Nothing. Let's get that up into the top 10.
Yeah, Not for Nothing and Last Known Location.
I like what you
Tim,
did there, Danny.
Nick, let's go to you, Nick. You've been quiet. You got the Tombstone poster behind you. I'm terrified. You got Superman the movie too, as well. I see.
Superman the movie was my inspiration. That's what started me making movies. And
Talk
if you
to me
see
about this page.
Coffee with God, baby.
Coffee with God, that's my movie. That's on Amazon Prime and Tubi. Also, it's on 15 different platforms, I think, at this time.
Awesome.
But let me tell you, just acting, just being able to act in Not for Nothing really felt good. It really did. Like, felt right. I didn't have to worry about anything as a filmmaker. Danny knows he said it. It's very hard, and you got 20,000 different eagle hats that you have to wear, and it really felt good to just act. It was really was able to take everybody's talent in. It was amazing. I am working on another movie right now. I'm not shooting it. I'm actually writing it, trying to finish writing it, and then find the funding, which is everybody's pain in the ass. And every filmmaker's pain in the ass unless you're rich. But that's our plan is to start shooting next year also. But that's a plan. We have to see how it goes.
Nick,
other than that, I am all over social media. I'm all over the place.
Page, Nick, what's the food page?
The food thing is Nikki Lance Food Reviews. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and I just bring you this. Believe it or not, guys, the reason I do this is because it takes so long to actually make a movie. I need to do something in between, or I'll go nuts.
You got to eat.
Yeah, it makes me absolutely nuts that I can't. If you're a painter, you got an idea, you can pull out a canvas and paint it. You're a filmmaker, you get an idea, you're talking 3 years before you, if you don't have the funding for it, it just festers in there. So you need to do other things. So
what kind of places are you reviewing?
Oh man, all South Philly places, all over. I'm all over. I'm all over
Pork
the place.
Nick is the Philly. Nick is the Philly Gaffietti. Nick is the Philly Gaffietti.
Before we get to Brandon and before we get to Tim, who Brandon's such a good friend of the network. I'm going to put the guys on the spot. Maybe it won't be, but for the Philly guys, all you guys are in attendance. Pat's or Geno's?
Either one.
Neither.
Neither for me. Yeah.
None.
It's the cool thing to say that nobody goes to Pat's and Geno's anymore. Like, it's the cool thing to say that. But listen, if I go there and you give me a cheesesteak from either one of those places, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to eat it, and it's going to be great. It's just that there's a different cheesesteak now. The old school cheesesteaks, which is Pat's and Geno's, and now the modern cheesesteaks, which is Cooper Sharp, and the sandwiches are overstuffed, and they're awesome too. Don't get me wrong, but I'm never going to say Pat's and Geno's sucks.
I was putting up a big story on my Facebook page the other day. Fat guys everywhere should rejoice. They just had a thing where it basically said, eating cheeses that are full with fat get you past dementia. And I was like, this is a health study I can get behind.
But it will also bind you up.
I want to clarify. When I said neither, I didn't see that they both. They're not bad. Just the one I grew up with was the corner neighborhood pizzeria.
Yeah.
That was the solid cheesesteak that I preferred. So I never liked, me personally, Pat's or Geno's.
That's a politician there, Danny. I see politics in it. It's like I didn't say anything bad.
You see what Pat's and Geno's.
What I'm saying is Pat and Geno's is not enough.
What Pat's and Geno's was great for was late night. You're out 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh no, that's White Castle.
You stop over and you get
3 o'clock in the
cheesesteaks.
morning.
Oh yeah.
You've tied one on. It's a real nice.
White
nice
Castle,
experience. Except
and they
being in
shoot
the
your
line.
food down one of
Tim,
those
where'd you
tubes
order
from,
for
the
us?
bank.
Nights.
So all those late nights that you were eating White Castle, we were getting good cheesesteaks. So
Yeah, where is that?
So our late night meals on set, we were getting from Oregon Steaks. Oregon Steaks. Yeah, Oregon Steaks, because they were open late. They had great
So
stuff.
you had good craft services, great craft service.
The crafty, could have been better, but the late night cheesesteaks were great. Everyone was so happy when the Oregon
I'm
Steak.
down here in I'm down here in Florida. The best cheesesteak I can get is fucking Jersey Mike's. So
yeah,
that's it.
No, you're better off at White Castle. Stick to White Castle.
Yeah, stick to White Castle.
Well, we don't have that down here. They're not licensed in Florida.
You're screwed.
Now that you're this is finishing up, what is next for Tim? What are you working on? What's the next step in your endeavor?
Great question. Thanks. I've wanted to write a new script for a couple years now, and I've got ideas, but I just couldn't sit down and focus on writing something new as long as I had a to-do list for Not For Nothing. I had to get it all the way out. So it's finally out and it's been distributed. It's yours now. It's not mine. It's the world's. It's, for the audience. So you guys can go have it. And then I'm working as a producer in LA. So I'm going to keep producing some projects. But I'm probably going to write and direct another film, hopefully within a year or so. And my next film will shoot in Philadelphia. This is my daughter, Tallulah, who just popped in. You want to say hi to everyone?
Hello.
Hi.
Got excellent taste in shirts. Excellent taste in shirts.
Right here, we're at a Hanukkah.
She was not born when we started this class.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
I got a sewing kit.
That's awesome.
I love that shirt.
Tallulah, I'm gonna make you jealous. Look.
What's that?
Back to the Future.
Oh, Back to the Future car.
DeLorean.
Wait.
That's the car.
That's from my school.
That's the one.
That's from my school.
I didn't mean to steal it. I'm sorry.
John, you weren't
shrunk
supposed to
it.
show my Christmas present that you were
I
sending me.
shrunk
You
it.
Now I
shrunk
saw
it.
it.
You
But
shrunk it.
Tim,
You
I'm very
shrunk it.
excited.
You shrunk it.
Thank you.
I shrunk it. I stole it. Brandon, what do you got going on, buddy? Because you're sewing. Oh,
Sewing
sewing
kit.
kit. Awesome sewing kit.
Sorry.
Awesome sewing kit.
Go for it, Brandon.
Just doing a lot of writing. Just before I get to that, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
You can hear me? Okay, cool.
Can you guys
I just
hear him?
wanted to before I get to upcoming, I
I
just
can't
wanted
hear
to
now.
give thanks to. You can't hear now?
No, we can hear you.
You can't hear
Yeah, I
me?
got you.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to give thanks to all the film festivals that hosted Not for Nothing, starting with the Philadelphia Film Festival. We played in Reading, we played out in LA, in New York. All of those. Thank you to all of those that hosted us and supported us. Also to Buffalo 8 for distributing this film. So the masses can see it via streaming, and just all the cast and crew that I was blessed to cast through Frankie and Tim. Everybody that's not here, the leads like Mark Webber, Lauren Rivera, Al Sapienza, Vic DiBitetto, anybody, Carmine Yusko, Mike McFadden that couldn't make it tonight, Peter Patricios, who was mentioned. Everybody did a bang up job, and all the crew as well was amazing too. That Mike Bass spoke about, and like I said, it's a village to make an independent film, like Nick said, and it took a lot of third breakfasts that our PA Lamar Bunbury would say, like 4 a.m. like Panzerati's from Oregon, like Tim said. But ultimately, I'm very, very proud of this film, and I'm glad the world is finally getting to witness all of our hard work and time we put into this. And yeah, like as for me, I'm just writing and just trying to go on to the next chapter, get my health better going into the new year, and just trying to move forward and do what we need to do as far as like independent films and everything like that. And like it's a struggle, but at the same time, it's worth it when we come out with projects like Not for Nothing. So, and again, Joe, JW, thank you for having me back into the fold tonight. I really appreciate the love.
Brandon, it is always a pleasure to have you on the network. You're always welcome back. The movie's Not for Nothing. It's on Fandango at home. It's on Amazon and now Tubi. Which is
exclusive breaking.
Yeah, boom, 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 breaking news. Bum, 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 bum. Was Muppet news. The movie's Not for Nothing. We want to thank everybody for all you guys that showed up tonight. We appreciate you coming on, gracing our network with your presence. Is a very. We realize how important the film is to you guys and how important it is for us to take it, very seriously and want you guys happy and everything. And I just want to thank Brandon for putting it together. I want to thank Mike. I want to thank Tim. I want to thank Nick. I'm gonna look for the reviews. Danny, I'm gonna go watch the movie tonight. So we're gonna talk. And
yeah, dude, it's
for
excellent.
us, so we do a show called Generation Movie on the Indie Escape Network every Monday night. We do classic movies every week. In the beginning of January, when we get back, we're gonna be doing Rob Reiner. Jerry and I do our show on Tuesday nights called Loud and Nerdy, and that's just Chuckle Fest and us acting like, what the fuck is going on? Why are they making a reboot of that? Talk, old man yelling at clouds. And we do a Twilight Zone redux. We're 3 years in on watching every episode of the Twilight Zone.
Wow.
Yeah. So what I would say to you guys, if you like, the thing that you would notice when you watch a lot of Twilight Zone like we do, the show is incredible. Like, and it's just one of those shows. It's a perfectly encapsulated movie in 25 minutes every week. And like season 3, we're in the middle of season 3. There are so many classic episodes. 5 Characters in Search of an Exit, Nothing in the Dark, which is the Robert Redford as death episode. And he's learned how to do it. But we do that every Tuesday night as well. I want to thank the cast and crew, and I posthumously want to thank Frank for his endeavor and everything that he worked to get to do. The one time I met him, I told Brandon this after I met him. Him and I would have been close, fast friends And I just, because we were bullshitting movies behind the scenes, like, what do you like about this? Why don't you like that? How do you like this? What the fuck? So it was like, we had good long talks, and I just want his movie to get seen. I want Tim's movie to get seen, and all you guys to get the recognition you so richly deserve. Not for nothing, streaming everywhere, and I just wish the best for you guys, and I hope everything works out. I want to thank Joe for putting this together. I want Joe for letting me run my mouth. Jerry for coming and making me look less pretty, because Jerry's prettier than I am. And but thank you guys for coming tonight. We appreciate you so much. And
thank you, Joe. Thank you, JW. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Happy holidays, everybody. Be safe.
Be safe. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. Tim,
Thank you guys.
Happy Hanukkah.
Thank you guys so much for having us on. Really appreciate it.
Go watch that movie. Go watch Last Known
Location.
Okay, yeah. Sorry. I almost got all of it.
Yeah. For Frank.
Both.
Hey,
we're watching both.
Do you guys want to do the trailer one more time before everybody leaves?
One more trailer before we go.
Yeah.
You guys
please do.
Sorry.
Love you guys. Love you guys. For Frank.
Love y'all.
Love you.
All right. See you guys.
It's on play.
I take it you're not from Philly.
I mean, I'm not really from anywhere anymore. You guys like all the mafia?
There's no mafia anymore. I guess that means you don't have my money? Drugs ruined it.
Thought you said we're taking a break from that for a while.
Yeah, Oxy.
I just don't enjoy stealing.
I got that tank for you.
The only experience you have is getting drunk at karaoke and singing love songs to Butch. If it makes you happy, that's how it works. Nicole's dead.
She'll deed.
Drugs, man. That's why. Every day.
She died somewhere else and her body was dumped in that lot. It's under investigation.
Tommy rocks on him. He's not going to the cops because he's scared.
We'll find out. Cops are not going to do anything.
I knew she was hiding something from me.
I think I know what happened to that girl the other day.
Something's off.
What's Nicole dead, huh?
We got to do something.
I gotta finish this thing.
You were with Nicole last night? This was never about drugs, Mikey.
Why does this keep happening?
They call him Bobby Boss.
He's the coke guy.
Whoa, that's Johnny Bombs.
What's your connection to him, John? This guy's detected by the Italians.
We're talking organized crime.
Well, Bobby can't be touched.
The hard part is when you're looking at him. Can you pull the trigger? That's what this is all about. This is what men do. Men fight.
You're greedy. If this thing goes any further, there's nothing I could do that'll help these kids.
Is that a threat, Dino?
They were gonna straighten everything out. The guy started a war.
The whole world is in a big hurry to die.